What is up, guys? My name is Mike, and I am the Weird Pigeon of Weird Pigeon Productions. And just a couple days ago, Dave Filoni descended from the heavens and decided to bless us with an awesome new trailer for Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. Now, what is Tales of the Jedi? This is a 6-part mini-series that will be streaming on Disney+. It's in the Clone Wars animation style, and it follows the stories of Ahsoka, Tano, and Count Dooku before, during, and after the Clone Wars. These episodes are all going to be kind of like shorts or short films. Each one's about 15 minutes long, and there'll be 3 for Ahsoka and 3 for Dooku. And before we get into this trailer breakdown, I do want to say I have a little bit of speculation on how these episodes will be structured, what will be happening in them. Just from judging from what I can tell from the trailer, it looks like the first episode with Dooku will be of him and Qui-Gon helping out some farmers on a little mission, then him and Mace on another mission, and then him kind of dabbling in the dark side as he's getting older, leaving the Jedi Order and meeting Darth Sidious and becoming a Sith Lord. Then Ahsoka's story will probably show her as a little girl, maybe joining the Order for the very first time. The second episode will probably be her and Anakin as they go through her Jedi training. And then the final one will be after Order 66. She's on the run, and it will probably culminate in her fighting against a Inquisitor. But speculation isn't what you came here for. Let's get into this trailer breakdown right now. Okay, so starting out, we get a shot of some mountains and a forest. This might be the planet Shili. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the homeworld of the Togruta species, which is what Ahsoka is. She's a Togruta alien. Then we get what is almost an exact shot from Revenge of the Sith of Padmes Funeral. And in the background of the crowd, we can actually see one of her handmaidens or servants, Tekla, who featured in one of the episodes of the Clone Wars TV show. Later on in the trailer, we actually see another shot from this scene, and it shows Ahsoka was actually there. We see Dooku standing in front of a tree, and this is the tree that we see on the Jedi Temple. It's kind of like this Force-sensitive, mystical tree. We get a look at baby Ahsoka Tano, and what appears to be some massive saber-toothed creature, and it looks like she's using the Force to kind of tame it, which shows her connection to the Force and leads into this next shot of what looks like a village sage who is telling Ahsoka's parents that she is in fact Force sensitive and has the ability to become a Jedi. And it makes me kind of wonder, will we see Koon actually visiting the planet and picking up Ahsoka and bring her into the Jedi Order, as we do know for a fact that Koon is the one who found her, and it's the whole reason why Ahsoka and Plo have such a close-knit relationship. We get a look at Ahsoka on what I believe is a Venator-class Star Destroyer. She's doing a little bit of some training with some Phase 1 clone troopers, which is so sick to see Phase 1 clone troopers again in that Clone Wars animation style. I honestly didn't realize how much I missed seeing this type of clone trooper armor till I watched this trailer, and again, I'm just so hyped. But another really neat detail that you probably would have missed if you were just watching this is Ahsoka is wearing a brand new outfit. Next, we see a young, beardless Count Dooku with Qui-Gon Jinn, and it looks like they're walking into some kind of backwater bar with some farmers. There's a Twi'lek there sitting down, and this is a good moment for me just to say the lighting and the cinematography, just the overall polish of this animated show looks absolutely insane. We get a look at Ahsoka training. We got a look at Tera Sinube, who's a Jedi that helps her out in the Clone Wars. Look at Anakin, and a neat little detail is she's actually training with some Jedi training remotes like what we see Luke using in A New Hope. This then cuts to another shot of Ahsoka training in what I believe is a Venator-class Star Destroyer. She's surrounded by, again, Phase 1 clones, and just the detail on their armor in this close-up is just unlike we've ever seen in the Clone Wars TV show or any kind of Star Wars animation so far. You can even see almost like the ridges in their undersuit underneath the armor. It's just absolutely nuts. We get a close-up on Dooku's lightsaber before he became a Sith Lord. It's pretty neat that he's always liked that curved hilt style, and it appears that he's talking to some kind of farmer lady. He wants to bring order to the galaxy. Maybe he wants to protect them. We get a shot of some kind of royal guard or maybe military organization, and it looks like these guys are squaring up and about to have a shootout with some of the farmers that we saw in that bar earlier. If you look in the background, this planet has been completely wasted. Maybe these guys are abusing the farmers here, tearing the planet apart, stealing all the natural resources. We know that by the time of the Clone Wars, corporate greed in these massive corporations had gotten their own militaries and they were abusing their power immensely. So this kind of makes me wonder if we're going to start seeing the beginnings of that and Dooku's sort of feelings on everything. Some really neat details in this shot is these military guys have a really cool looking new gun we haven't seen before. And it looks like there's like this little dog goat creature at the bottom right of the screen. I don't know if it's a creature native to this planet, but it's something we haven't seen before either. Dooku is clearly standing on the side of these farmers, and we see him ignite his lightsaber, which is a blue color, which is just so cool. Also, I kind of wonder if this military organization is actually alien, if they're Syrian or Kyrian or however you say it. Basically, that is Kai Adamundi's species. Man, that's a mouthful. They've got like the really tall heads, which might be why they have such tall helmets. They could just have tall, funny looking helmets. I could be completely wrong, but it's something I did notice. We also get a glimpse of Dooku force choking their leader, and it looks like Qui-Gon is not too happy with that. He does force push Qui-Gon back into some kind of building. Next, we get a shot of Dooku with Mace Windu, and I love that Dooku and Mace Windu are going to be going on a mission in this series, because in Attack of the Clones, Mace Windu does kind of back up Dooku when Padme accuses him of the assassination attempt, clearly showing that they knew each other pretty well. They were probably really good friends. We get yet again another look of Ahsoka training, and this time she's not with just Phase 1 clone troopers, but now Phase 2, showing a progression of the war and a progression of her as a character and her skill as a Jedi. It's pretty obvious that Anakin's training for Ahsoka is brutal. It's definitely taking a toll. Also in the background, we get a look at an updated character model for the Phase 1 clone Captain Rex, who was my favorite character from the Clone Wars. Cutting back to Dooku and Mace, we get what looks like some battle droids fighting against or with another military sort of organization, and these guys look really High Republic-esque. They've got like this purple blue uniform. They have a lot of like gold ornate highlights to their armor and their ship. This to me almost bridges the gap between the two eras. Next, we get a shot of Count Dooku, and he's a little older and he looks kind of sad. Maybe he's leaving the Jedi Order. And I say he's older because his beard is a little bit longer and there's a bit of some gray highlights in his hair and his beard. A quick glimpse of Bail Organa, who will eventually become Princess Leia's adopted father. A look at that bar again that Dooku and Qui-Gon walked into. We've got an Aqualish alien there in the foreground. In the background, we have the droid from Jabba's palace and the Book of Boba Fett. This probably isn't the same exact droid, but just one of the same model. We get a shot from what I believe is the final episode of Ahsoka's little 3-story arc, and she is obviously in hiding. She's wearing that cloak that we saw her wearing at the funeral for Padme, and she's walking through what looks like some kind of ancient temple or monastery. Next, we get a look at Captain Rex in his Phase 2 armor, looking better than ever. And we get some LAAT gunships in the background of this Venator hangar. And speaking of LAAT gunships, that leads me to the next shot, where we see one fly over to the Republic military prison. And this is the same location that Ahsoka will get imprisoned in after she's framed for bombing the Jedi Temple. Here we have a neat two-shot of Anakin and Ahsoka in the Jedi Temple, showing off their new appearances, their new character models. And speaking of new appearances, we see Obi-Wan and Yoda, and Obi-Wan looks very different from what we see him looking like in the earlier seasons of the Clone Wars. To me, this is a way better representation of a younger Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. He looks way more like a cross between the Attack of the Clones style and the Revenge of the Sith style of Obi-Wan. We get another look of what is possibly that same episode with Dooku and Mace Windu, where Dooku is standing over a casket, most likely at some kind of Jedi funeral. We've got a lot of recognizable Jedi in the background. We've got Caesar 10, or Seizi 10, or however you pronounce his name, Eth Koth, Tera Sinube, and Depa Billaba, who is the master of Kanan Jarrus. Finally, we get a look at a brand new Inquisitor, and this guy's design is absolutely insane. It's so sick. In my honest opinion, I've always kind of felt like the Inquisitors looked a little goofy. I know there's a lot of people who don't like their look, there's a lot of people who do, but just the appearance of this guy, he looks like somebody who would be stalking Jedi and hunting them down. He just looks menacing and dark and ancient and evil. His mask really reminds me of the Sith acolytes from the Old Republic trailers and the Old Republic video game. And it's got almost like this plague doctor or even like bird skull sort of look to it. But who exactly is this guy? A lot of people believe this is the sixth brother, and the reason for that is because we know for a fact that Ahsoka does end up killing the Inquisitor, the sixth brother, and she takes his red kyber crystals and purifies them, turning them white, which those crystals become the kyber crystals she uses for her lightsaber in the Rebels and the Mandalorian. It would just be really, really cool to finally see that on screen. However, the appearance for the sixth brother in the comics and everything we've seen of him so far looks nothing like this. Next, we get a look at Yaddle, which is so cool. Didn't think we'd ever get to see Yaddle again, and we get to see her in this Clone Wars animation style. And I'm like 99% positive she is pictured here in the same sort of hangar or facility that Dooku goes to at the end of Attack of the Clones, where he meets Darth Sidious, which kind of makes me wonder if Yaddle is starting to catch on to the fact that Count Dooku is leaning more towards the dark side. She might even follow him to this location and start investigating things, which leads me to this next shot where they're clearly having a lightsaber duel. Maybe she caught him talking to Darth Sidious and becoming a Sith Lord and had to confront him about it. As this trailer comes to a close, we get another shot of this sort of military organization that Mace Windu and Count Dooku kind of confront. That guy in the middle looks more like a diplomat than part of some military, so maybe they are some kind of massive company, or this is the leader of a planet or something. But I must say, I love the look and design of their outfits and armor, especially those helmets in the background look like really sick. Finally, we get a really nice look of the Inquisitor, his mask, and those two red beady little eyes in there, just so haunting. And he's got this like tattered cloak with the Imperial logo on it, which just looks insane. And he's clearly holding somebody captive, maybe somebody close to Ahsoka, forcing her to kind of come out of hiding and face him. So guys, that is it for my breakdown and analysis of this trailer. I am so excited for this show. I don't know which show I'm most excited for right now. Andor, The Mandalorian, or Tales of the Jedi. They all look amazing. And of course, I'm gonna be following all of these shows up until their release and after, going over every episode. And I don't think I said it before, but this show will be releasing on October 26th. It's literally just around the corner. And so guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Let me know if you noticed anything in this trailer that I might have missed. I'd love to read y'all's comments and see what y'all have to say. If you want to see more videos like this and even, more videos on Star Wars and the making of Star Wars, please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.